Welcome to the stage now, Michael McDowell, driver of the K-Love Chevrolet. Michael, thanks for making some time. How's your day been so far?
My day's been great. Just enjoying it. It's nice to be back here. You know, every time I get to this time of year, I know some people dread media day. There's a lot happening, but I think about it as I got one more year. I got another shot at it, and thankful for the opportunity to run full time this year.
Before we open this up to the floor for questions, your take on yesterday's big announcement and the whole stages and the reformatting of how races are going to be run?
Yeah, I think it's definitely going to be a unique and fun thing for us to dive into as a small team. Gives us opportunity to be pretty aggressive strategy-wise and maybe steal a segment win in there. And I think that it's going to be new for all of us. We're going to have to see how everything plays out. But I feel like for us as a team that's looking to get exposure and looking to gain value for our partners, this is a great way to do it.
Last year, Chris Buescher got a win through kind of a magic act at Pocono. Do things like that give you, as being a member of a smaller team, some hope that, hey, if that can happen to them, something like that could happen for us?
Yeah, for sure. You seeing Chris and seeing what their team did last year, it made you wish that you're a bit more aggressive, you know, and how that played out was perfect. And it was a win-win for the small guys, and it was fun for them to be able to do that. And, but it's not just about getting into the chase. It's about being competitive all year long. And when you get into the chase, being able to do something with it.
All right, let's open up the floor for questions. We'll start right over here. Zach. And then to Matt.
Zach, at the end of a fun stretch. For the first time in your Cup career, you actually have expectations going into a season to run well. So, you know, how you ended last year with LFR, what does that feel like to have expectations to actually perform well in the Cup Series?
Yeah, you're right on. And for us, how we finished last year, running in the top 20, finishing with the top 10, we have high hopes going into 2017. We've done a really great job in the offseason, infrastructure-wise, and just really getting prepared for this year. So we hope to pick up right where we left off and really to do that consistently. Now that we're running full-time, to run in those low 20s and be in the teens, gives you an opportunity to, steal a good result, and hopefully we'll be able to do that every weekend.
Matt, and then we'll go over here to Daniel.
Matt Weaver, AutoWeek.com. Given your prowess on road courses and what you were able to do last year, were you monitoring the situation at Charlotte, and how would you feel about a Cup race or an Xfinity race on the road course there?
Yeah, I say we add as many road course races as we can. We'll do as many as we can. Daytona's got a Roval. Texas has got a Roval. New Hampshire's even got a road course. Obviously I'm biased. I'd love to see more road racing happen. It's great racing. It puts on a great show. You see in the Xfinity Series, Road America, Mid-Ohio, great races. Watkins Glen, Sonoma in the Cup Series. So I feel like the racing's really great. Charlotte, I'm not sure how legitimate that is. I know the test was. It's a tight, twisty Roval. It would be a challenge. Daytona obviously is much more suited for something like that, and there's some other places. But yeah, I'd love to see it.
Daniel.
Dale McFadden with NBC Sports. You talked about how today for you represents a new shot, a new opportunity. What has it been like for you for the first time in your career? You've been doing this since 2008, to be getting closer and closer to February and knowing you're going to be able to run in every single Cup race for the first time.
Yeah, it's kind of a unique feeling for me. Like you said, I've been doing this since 2008, and I've run a lot of races, but not at a high level, not at the level that I wanted to be at. And so this is the first year where I felt like I'm in competitive equipment with the right people, the right parts, the right partners to go out there and really show what we can do and do it at full time. Last year I think I did 30 races, and Ty Dillon did the other 6. So it was pretty close to full time, so it wasn't a huge jump. But to know that, now you have a shot if you do win a race to be in the chase and to do all those things that small teams strive to do is definitely something we look forward to the challenge.
Other questions, please?
Another one. And is there any track that you've missed out on over the course of those years that you're looking forward to getting to race on for the first time, if any?
No, I don't think there's any that I've missed out on. There are a few that it's been a while, actually, and so that'll be kind of fun just to go back to those places. But I did that a little bit last year. The races that I didn't do were Pocono, Dover, Kentucky. I haven't been in a Cup car in Kentucky in quite a few years, and obviously new asphalt and repave will be kind of new for me. So just not really too many tracks that I haven't raced at, but to be in that rhythm and that sequence is a big part of it too, is just going every weekend and building on your results from the last weekend and just getting into that rhythm.
What's your level of expectation? What do you see now starting into this full season that would make you happy when it gets to the end?
Yeah, at the beginning of the year, we always set goals. And, one thing I learned in this sport is if you don't set realistic goals, you make yourself miserable. Because you always feel like you're not accomplishing anything. So for us, when we run in the top 20, we celebrate that. And we feel good about what we've done when we run in the top 20. I know that might seem kind of crazy because we're all chasing wins and things like that. But for a small team with what we have, that's a big deal. Now we've sort of progressed from that stage where, it's not just those top 20s that we want. We want to be able to be legitimate contenders at, several racetracks. Obviously, road courses and speedways are a big part of that. But to run consistently up front and to sort of be the best of the rest. There's not that many independent single car teams out there anymore. And we feel like we're excelling at a fast rate.
All right, Chris?
Chris Knight, CatchFence.com. Michael, in the midst of the championship and everything that happened at Homestead, was kind of overlooked that you guys had a top 10 finish, and it was your first top 10 finish in Cup on a non-restricted plate track. How big was that for you and the team, and did you guys learn something there that you can apply to 2017?
Yeah, for sure. It was a big run for us to run top 10 at Homestead, and it wasn't like we fell into it or, there's, a big wreck where we kind of fell into it, but we legitimately raced up there all day. And, for us, what it did is it gave us a lot of confidence and hope going into the off season to, put our heads down and continue to work hard. What we learned, we learned that the details matter and that, Todd Parrott brought a tremendous amount of experience to our organization. And in the off season, we've made big changes personnel wise, and we've added to the existing foundation that's already at LFR, and we feel like we've really put ourselves in a great position.
Any other questions here for Michael? Over here.
Jessica Ruppin with NASCAR.com. You've got Todd Parrott returning to crew chief, a change you guys made late last season. How do you feel about building on the progress you guys made as a duo together this season?
Yeah, it's been great to work with Todd. It's pretty easy. Sometimes you have that transition period where you're trying to get to know a guy, you're trying to learn, how they communicate. And Todd and I really didn't have that. We kind of jumped in and we both had something to prove and we wanted to do it. And when you have success, that helps it, when you start off on a good foot. So him and I have been working really closely together, and he believes in me, I believe in him. I think that's probably the biggest chemistry factor that matters, is when you have a crew chief that believes that he has the driver that can do the job, and vice versa. That's where the chemistry starts.
All right, one more. Daniel?
Where's your Road America trophy currently residing?
I don't want to tell you. It's on the floor in my guest room because my wife made me take it down to put up Christmas decorations. She was tired of it being in the main walkway. I know. And honestly, I'm going to that Phoenix test next week. I'm probably going to bring it home to Phoenix. I don't live there anymore, but that's where I'm from, and let my dad store it for a little while. It's trophies to me, they've never been significant. I would rather have just the memory of being in victory lane and the pictures of the people you're in victory lane. The only trophy I have is that Road America trophy from my career. And I have given away all of them, and I'm planning on giving away that one as well.
Well, Michael, thank you for making time for us today. Best of luck to you and your team this year.
Yeah, thank you guys. Appreciate it.